Hey, what's up? Welcome to Early Access Control, Alpha, Betas, and Abandons. What Abandons are basically games that say they're in early access and being developed, but they're not. And I have my own criteria that I've kind of developed, and I'm going to be auditing the shit out of the games that I own and eventually all of Steam EA, provided I have enough time in my lifetime to do that. But here's a start. Age of Survival, a game that I purchased, or I backed rather, in August 2015, I think it released, and it was developed by Seattle Tech, a lone dev who was doing everything himself. It was a survival game. The IP and the logo kind of sold me on it, and I'm pretty into the genre. So I mean, I was right. I was right stoked for this game to come out. And when it came out, it was doing pretty good. It had regular updates, bi-monthly updates. Give or take, and the communication from the dev was pretty spot on. Like, I mean, he was being as active as he could, being a lone dev. And about October 2016 was the last large update. It ended up having a big engine overhaul. I think it upgraded the Unity engine, and then there was some procedural terrain development, and he added some art and some changes direction and the feel of the game, which is kind of cool, and it looked really good. And from there was another update in February 2017, and after that there was basically no communication, no development. And yeah, there was just gone completely cold until March of this year. So March 2018, over a year and a bit. And he came back and he said, "Hey, I'm still developing it." Well, I don't know if I believe that. I don't think the community did. If you are, you should have posted some screenshots and stuff like that, because with that year and so long of just going cold and not communicating anything, it's led me to believe that this game has been abandoned, and that's kind of how I'm classifying it, and I'm putting it in that category. So Seattle Tech, if you see this or you hear about this or read this or whatever, and you want to reach out and dispute anything that I've said, please do. That'll allow me to do a better job. And I'm basically really trying to audit the ones that I own and going through as many as I can. And it's going to give the community who supports early access a really good opportunity to look at what's out there and maybe decide who they're going to spend their money on, and where they should, because yeah, it's only fair to start scrutinizing the products that we buy if there's certain transgressions like that, where the communication can't drop off. The development can slow, that's cool, we understand that, but communication can't stop, and that's a big no-no. So anyways, let's take a look at Age of Survival, and we'll show you the state that it's in, for just over 3 years of development. And yeah, so we'll just hop in game, and it's not going to be a let's play because it's irrelevant of the content in the game really right now, because it's such an old game. I shouldn't say it's old, but it's not been developed as much as it should. So right now, okay, there we go. The player controller was a little stuck. So what you'd expect, it's fairly typical for a survival game. You get your systems that you'd expect. You get a damage system, a health, thirst, warmth, and dryness system, so kind of your health system. There's AI, like in the basic form of some animals. You can gather, and you can craft, and a day-night cycle, and inventory. Yeah, so that is the game. I mean, I'm sure there's other things that are key to development in this, but for all intents and purposes, that's the meat and potatoes of it. And yeah, so it's kind of at a stage where you'd expect a game to enter in alpha, and this has been in alpha then for three years. So we need more as a community. As somebody who's supported it, we just need to know where you've been and what you've been doing, and why aren't you developing it? Because Steam certainly isn't going to ask these questions. So we as a community kind of need to start looking at the products that we back and be like, hey, give us some answers. And hopefully the developers of the things that we've paid money for can give us enough respect to tell us, really what's going on. So I encourage any kind of interaction from community and any developers out there that want to potentially have a conversation about what early access is to them, and maybe I've got an idea of things wrong, but any sort of communication is going to allow me to do a better job and convey the ideas that I really kind of want to convey. So if you think you found what I've said and what I'm doing here interesting, please leave me a comment and maybe even subscribe, and check out the other listings of the games as I slowly put them out, and hopefully I get some feedback, especially from the devs, and I can get some understanding. And you'll also hopefully hear back from Seattle Tech, and maybe we'll have a new update for this game, because my status of putting Age of Survival into the abandoned category, I mean, that can be changed if the development starts, but I mean, it's not going to change if it doesn't, and I would never recommend it at its state to anybody to back. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this video useful or any content that you find relevant, please give us a like and a subscribe, and please leave me some feedback so I can improve what I'm trying to do. Have a great day. Bye.